Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead, and I am back with more Ace Attorney! That's right! Ace Attorney 2! Maybe I'll be done in this episode, probably won't. But either way...
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh yeah, also, March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Welcome to the stream, Acheron. 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 Realize I kind of forgot how to pronounce that. Regardless, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Anyway. Fuck, that's kind of loud. Alright. Alright. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Yeah. Yes! Indeed, new sounds. Yeah, I got 2 new sounds. I got that, and I got another one which I will play at some point, probably during this. But until then... Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. Huh? The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Wingard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Oh, it's sad news. Oh, what happened? This is gonna be a long stream. It very well might be. It very well might be Spamtonio. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hey, Karu. Welcome to the stream. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to go. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal. Somehow I got the feeling that was Gumshoe before he even started speaking. Or before he showed up. Mr. Scruffy Detective? Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe. What's wrong with Detective Gumshoe? He's got information, usually. Oh, Aki quit streaming. Oh, yikes. Oh, well, you know, maybe they'll be back at some point. Could be. Could happen. Has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Oh, looks like Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. Alright. Sure. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet, or...? Oh, that! What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. It's commented like he said for now we can cope, and he replied, Coperon. Ah! Yikes. That's what he posts more on the manga side of streams. I mean, that's kind of reasonable in a way. I get that. Say what? Don't be searching for things that'll prove Mr. Wingard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Or it's a Honkai Star Rail joke and he's being a little funny, yeah. Hey, we all want our payday, but you know what, Spamtonio? It just doesn't work out like that sometimes. Literally 50-50 chance between being a manga reason or a Honkai Star Rail joke. Could be both. Could be both. It's reasonable that it'd be both. Gacha games take up a lot of time. It was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. I probably shouldn't have said that line for the YouTube algorithm, but whatever, we're already here. Oh, because March 7th is a Honkai Star Rail character. Okay, yeah. Reasonable, understandable, time to rob a bank. Hey, there you go. Guaranteed payday. Don't actually do it, but it is funny to think about. He said that? That's horrible. Well, because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there was something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Wingard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se, just... feels like there's more here than that meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick! Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Franziska von Karma. Why are you saying that as if you're about to do like a recap thing, and this is like... Phoenix, we've been playing the game! We know who she is, you don't have to remind us. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so... Yeah, that's... she's a Von Karma, alright. It's gonna be a 2-hour stream on March 7th for the new character. Okay, that makes sense. She was shot in... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. She'll be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Oh yeah, fun fact, apparently you're not supposed to take the bullet out. Usually. Like, you can, but from what I've heard, it's not as common of a thing to do that as you think. Which one? What? You gonna visit her, pal? No, I mean, which shoulder? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. You've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. That would be pretty funny. My Pearl may sound like a complete gremlin. Because let me tell you, I have 2 girl voices. One of them is the one I do for Maya. The other one is the one that I use for Mia, basically. And then there's like this voice. And that I use for children because I find it funny. And for no other reason. But basically, that's kind of just where we're at right now, is that like... That's kind of what I got. I'm working with what I got. And what I got isn't a lot, but it kinda works. A little bit. Oh, we changed it to February 17th. So it's still a question of whether or not it's the manga or it's the Honkai Star Rail thing. Okay, well. Verdict's out on that one, but I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Could be both. She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you want to let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. No, I'm definitely not going. Oh, let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh, yeah, the Hottie Clinic. You're shitting me. The name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Alright. Le Hospital de Hottie Clinic. March 22nd, Hottie Clinic reception. Because he somehow mistook 25 days for 5 days. Classic mistake, you know, it happens all the time. 1/5 of the actual amount? Yeah, no, that tracks. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes, are you here to visit the patient? Hi, Wait a second, you're...
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh.
Why are you still here?
Yes, sir. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me.
This primary school. My man didn't learn his multiplication tables. Director Hottie. Oh, Director Hottie. Edgeworth.
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it?
Because pen license... What's a pen license? What's a PDF file? Oh, God. Why did I actually spell it out? PDF would have made sense. I don't think that's what that is, but... yeah, it might be. Director... Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes, that surgery, it went well. She has horns now.
You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this, director and his secret.
She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun after all. Ah! When I stuck up on her real secret like she would scream real loud. Yes.
I see.
Ah, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Oh, it's... oh, right. Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash is a PDF file. Yeah. Pen license. You had to do a test, and up to a certain point you wrote in pencil. If you passed the test with handwriting, you could use the pen. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Something like that, kind of similar in America, where it's like... some teachers would do that, but then, like, after a while, no one expects you to really do that beyond, like, certain classes. I think. It really just depends on what school you go to. They're like, there's no common system for America stuff. It's just kind of like whatever goes in whatever place you're in. I think it's just too big of a country to have like one standardized ass like thingy. Or maybe it's not and I'm just bullshitting. I have no idea. Either way. Go back to your room.
You're so mean, so mean, my frisky Friska. Let's go to okay. It's time for my IV drops. Yes.
And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. I have a shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. Again, that is just straight up genetic. I think everyone in their family line has like a predisposition to getting shot in the shoulder. Yeah, her father was executed. Anyway. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trials this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us. You know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. By taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your That's gonna sound weird out of context. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Engard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding in Miss Andrews' own crime. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not, I have only one objective. To find Engard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Engard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was out of... I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That wasn't like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, right. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Like I have zero clues about the roles of the characters in Aki's manga thing. I kind of do an objection. He might be gaslighting you, but you are gaslighting yourselves. Counteroffer. Let me explain what they are. I think I get who the main characters and the villains are, but like I don't know. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Still love that sprite. Witness, that card, give it to me, hurry! Hand it over, that thing, your stupid card. Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. Basically, the more main characters than the villains. I gotcha. I feel like a lot of series like that. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, right. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer. An assassin. The best at that. An assassin? An assassin? Everyone else... Kokuto is the main villain. Aki's the deuteragonist. MC's Aki. Deuteragonist Ren Tritagonist is Noah. Okay. Everyone else is side characters. Okay. Gotcha. Then there's the Arions. Feeling a little attacked here, but go on. Alright. So, who is this Shelly the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Man, his parents when naming him were just like...
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
I think you might have been able to hear that. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. Basically, the Arians are the strongest forces in the verse. Yeah, they are. Nice. Represent. The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. I mean, that's... what, like... 3 generations? Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. Okay, yeah. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Arians are Saya, Kojo, Acheron, Galaxy, Crystal, and Kokuto. The others don't like Kokuto. And then they choose someone to become an overseer. Okay, yeah. Why would he do something like that? We think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think this assassin... you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya... she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. You don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Kojiro chose Ikaru, Bay, Saya chose Rin, Galaxy chose Noah, Crystal chose Aki. Okay, yeah. Literally, why? Acheron chose 0 because she had like 0 other choice, and Ironic, okay, yeah, can only choose 0. Oh wait, Acheron chose Stell. Okay. Yeah, that would explain the profile picture. Right, listen, you need to know something. Juan Cordo was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt and God. Your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction added to the court record. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Engard hired an assassin? No way! I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock. Yeah, I guess not. Oh yeah, so... oh yeah, then there's fighters who are people who help overseers, which are Zero, Kion, and Kuki. Kojo's reason is like, oh, Ikuru's cool. Rin is strong as fuck. He's cool. She's strong. He has potential, trust me. She was right, so that counts. Or something. Maya, please. All I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. Date, blank. Time, blank. Location. Guess what? It is, in fact, blank. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Okay. Maya. He's catching strays even though he's trying to help you, girl. Come on. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Looks like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Fuck. Crystal chose Aki because he's the fucking MC. What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. I'm in a relatively nice apartment, actually, with a lot of VCRs in it for some reason. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. And now I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them the system and maybe get out of here. Locked. Of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. It's a dog door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through here. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. It's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." Ooh. Whatever floats your boat. No, that's buoyancy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's got me going like...
I don't like you.
Fuck. No, there we go. One of these days I'll get the right button. Alright. I bet this could be a clue. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? Sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Eek! It seems that your Mr. Right is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean? Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Hottie Clinic reception. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess, for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Wingard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. Alright. Wait, Ascension Center, there it is. It's not Beyonce, it's Buoyancy. You know, Beyonce's my favorite singer. Right up there with, fuck, I was gonna make another water joke, but we got Chris Wet. Or, no, I was gonna say Chris Wet instead of Chris Rock. Fuck, he's a comedian, fuck. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Or instead of Drake, it could be Drenched or fuck, I don't know, man. I'm out. Nope. Why am I bad at making jokes? That's the question. Anyway. March 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aww. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Madden Guard. Ah, here you are. What did he write? Is something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Well, fucking out with it! Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. Think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Then... Wait, why did he have a room at the hotel if his house wasn't that far from it? This is terrible! Let's hurry! We have to feed his cat! I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Matt's note jammed into a pocket. A client's request is a request. I guess I should go check up on his cat. Not to. What about Marinan and the Marina and the Diamonds? Tyler the Equator. Nice. Hey, Zach Gray. I'm doing pretty well. This case is actually, shockingly enough, going relatively smoothly. I might actually get to the trial in a relatively short amount of time. So do I have to go here in order to get to his house? Or, like, March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. Alright, now, Mr. Nick, let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not pass. Yep. Miss Oldbag! Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger! What the fuck is a pettifogger? Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again! Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But I really want something much more valuable. I wanted his heart, I wanted it all for me, I wanted it to follow you. Wait a little while, please inside this old bag. Did she die? Miss Oldbag! Keep your hands off me! This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out. I know that feeling. Not Tyler the Equator. Or Scott the Wazter. Scott the Water. Anyway. Then why do you keep putting it on? Don't you think you can get me to move with silly questions? You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. Can I go to... Aha! My true objective! March 22nd, in Guard Mansion living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on the light. Oh, right, I forgot this place. Oh my god, he killed the Steel Samurai! He's got his head above the doorway! Wow. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Shu. Also, who names a cat Shu? Meow. So I guess this is Shu. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shu. Meow. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. Oh. Pardon me. May I help you with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Engard's lawyer. The Master's... Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. Phoenix, if you've never been suspicious of anyone in your life, you should be now. Fucking John Doe? Are you serious? It's a very cute cat you got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The Master rather fancies Shoe. Not to be confused with his shoe collection, each named after a different kind of cat. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Matt's note crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Engard the kind to have a maid over a butler. Hey, maybe he swings that way. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with him wanting to... Well, I mean, either way, that would still be kind of power harassment and not really appropriate for a workplace relationship. But, disregard that for the moment. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Engard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. Ah, how typically butler-like, as it were. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there is a lot to be proud of in being a butler and in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a hind deed to go fly. Well... That does then beg the question... If he is, there... Why exactly do we need to go feed the cat? March 22nd, police station, criminal affairs department. Wow, everyone looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will you? Pass the victims list around. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here. Mr. Nick? Is Mr. Engard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. I mean, logistically speaking, it's probably not Mr. Engard. I think. Still nothing here. Alright. This probably wouldn't have changed. Old bag it is. Old bag it is. Night of the murder. Ha! You're a million not used to really be asking me questions, whippersnapper! Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigation done is to first do something about this kooky alien. What would I do to... Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo. Is that her perfume from Pheromone Delmar I smell? Ugh. Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? Letter of introduction given to Miss Oldbag. I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come out of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. I think feelings are meant to be bottled up and never spoken about until it becomes a problem. Then you can have a whole character arc or whatever. Anyway. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a hand put on my face somehow. Okay, Phoenix, you're like, what? At least, like, 5'6" or so, and she's like 2 feet tall. If you get slapped in the face somehow by a small child, at that point, it's on you. Like, you just get absolutely... And then, like, that's a you problem. I hate to say it. So anyways, let's continue our investigation. Okay. What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into one guard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag. Gotcha. Viola Hall it is. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like we're the only ones here. We can have all the lobster, crab, chicken, and cake to ourselves. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Granted, I do still need to talk to Miss Oldbag, but like I kind of don't want to. Just by virtue of the fact that she is who she is, and I don't like who she is. Intentionally so, mind you. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Hey, city boy. Lotta, you're still here. Wrecking course. Investigative photographer, he starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But, do you have a camera? We're given. A photographer's gotta have a camera out of the year, like a corner VO Real Pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here, speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth. Do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Would you please take a look at this? Nope, sorry, no can do. Only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel. What? A steaming hand towel? Get one for my eyes. Today's just isn't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you go show me something. Motherfucker, I'm literally trying to give you the camera back. Fine, camera. Ah, my baby, my $1,600 baby, which is actually probably about as much as most babies don't cost. Birth is expensive. Which is also weird, because they kind of need there to be more people in general, but then they don't want people to have kids. Because of the money. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and give me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, that got real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee you'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? I wanted to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You really gonna shell out the bucks of info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? I just found a few stars around. Got a few autographs, took a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about how one guard shoving his manager lady on the corridor? Believable. Entirely possible. Yeah. Oh, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldozers. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Fucking hell, did your grandfather look at you with disappointment? Oh boy, Phoenix just walks up to Lotta and goes like,
Oh shit, here we go again.
my guy has no rest. There's no rest for the wicked. Hey, why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I shrinking here? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see y'all in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, Lil. Keep up the good work, okay? I missed what Pearl said because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'll be picking about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. If you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Yep. Would you please just leave already? Basically, Lotta had no information that was useful. Oh. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Corridor's hotel room. Oh. Mr. Nick, what is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. Okay, Pearl, you can literally summon spirits. What do you have to be afraid of? I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Holy shit, why are you here? This room is bare. Ah, yeah, because it doesn't have a lot of decor, yeah. Oh, fucking there are bears in it! Oh my god, you were so smart, Cool J's. But yeah, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I love the Ocarina of Time stream from last yesterday. Man, that was some good stuff. The thing with the bomb chest. My god. Anyway, it is a shame how poorly that worked out. Anyway, excuse me? What are you calling a demon, brat? Huh. Zoinks! Zoinks, Scoob! It's the alien, man! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What's wrong to you youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor wad, and you're disturbing me. Being the Shadow Temple took everything out of me. Honestly, I kind of get it. That was one of the difficult ones. For me, it was the thing where when I played Ocarina of Time, I beat the Water Temple without using the Blue Tunic. Mainly because I thought I would save time, because I thought like, oh, the king will give me a reward for clearing the Water Temple. And I'll just go thaw him out after I do the Water Temple. That was a mistake. It made everything a lot harder. I did it, but it made it harder. So, you know, it's here and there. I came down here to pay my respects to my poor wad, and you're disturbing me. What do you want? Please talk to me about the night of the murder, just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note, which I stole, because I'm a thief. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. No, I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around the whole night. Memories of Corridor. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corridor. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts. In my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind the polls against Mr. Wingard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know? Man, she is hardcore simping for this guy. And he's also dead, so there's that. Just putting that one out there. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Alright. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? The presents, they're all bears, right? Well, she's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Corridor's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. What? He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. So it's Baki, then. But not a gorilla, instead of... a bear instead of a gorilla. Actually, it wasn't a gorilla, it was more just like an ape of some unknown origin beyond the mountain. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I could see the two tuck it out down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, Bob, you too. Except the bear wouldn't talk in this case. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, Bob. What a load of crock! So ever since then, his fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yes, nice bears.
Growl. I'm Uncle Teddy Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
It better say that when it's like 1 minute after 8, just so it like it's barely and not actually, you know? All right. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. Oh, that startled me. Thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? That time sure flies. I can't believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Beep, beep, beep. The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? Meanwhile, Old Bag's just like, what the fuck is he doing? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please! All I ask for is one more day! I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then... a little... What's with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... it's bad... it's... Correct. Luckily, all the right words are making it through just when it needs to be there. Huh. God damn it, did the transceiver just suddenly just break? Just suddenly break? Excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya, yeah, okay, we get it. Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. Electronics expert. It's not her. Who would I go to for that, actually, now that I think about it? Unless there's something in here that I didn't see. This transceiver, whenever we're in this room, it starts acting up and hissing its static at us. I wonder if there's someone we can talk to about this. Wow, there are a lot of bears! Alarm clock ones, collector's edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. You tired of bear with all these problems? Growl. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma that last case caused me. Not even Phoenix like Turnabout Big Top. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Okay, in other words, we need to go find a tech expert really quick. We will not find one here or there. Not here either. Sure? Nope. Ew. Does Gumshoe moonlight as an IT specialist? Okay, pal, just unplug it and plug it back in. No, unplug it from the wall and plug it back in. Okay. The next step is... Gotta love me some fucking water. March 22nd, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have any time to eat. Oops, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You gotta be kidding. You know, I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, what should I try asking about? Here it is. Transceiver. Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Only in that room. What does that mean? Good question. I need to get more sleep. Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference. Pal? Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way, Oof. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when Cole's phone goes to the edge, goes off next to a computer screen, stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? Okay. It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about. Okay, but wait, who is the dryer next to the TV? I feel like you just get, like, noise complaints from all the, like, the loudness of the TV compared to the washing machine or laundry or dryer or whatever it is. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. I've grown a lot closer to Pearl today. You can now make personas of the... What was she again? Ah, whatever. I don't know. I'm sure I had a joke for that, but now my brain is back to working mode. Anyway, so the room you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah, hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Corda's room, the scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby! It's investigating time! Well, let me do that one again. Oh yeah, baby! It's investigating time! I'm on fire, pal! My fingers are itching to go! Yeah! Well, good for him. Downside, he is absolutely going to get arrested.
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. Hotel lobby. And then... Viola Hall. And then... hallway. And then... Corda's hotel room. And then we're good. March 22nd, Gateway Hotel, Corda's hotel room. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Oh, well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. And suddenly I'm standing at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item! Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little, broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Seeing this show brings back memories. Hey, don't look down in it, pal. Sure looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, I might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. Is a listening device or some other sort bug hidden in the room, pal?
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around the room to give a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that gives off a lot of radio waves, press the A button to lock onto it. There's a lot of things in here that's going to give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Gumshoe, the average student in Japanifornia, just casually builds a bug detector. Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug, got it, pal? To the speaker.
There doesn't seem to be anything giving off radio waves there, Mr. Nick. Keep a careful eye on the bug sweeper and let's try again.
Sweeper isn't exactly the best.
Lamp check. Listening device. Nope. There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah. And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Okay, so all of these lamps have some kind of something. Yep. So not only is it not the guitar, it is really not the guitar. Phone, cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. A cell phone? Pearl. We've seen them. I have shown you them. What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry. Never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Kurain Village. And Pearl's never lived outside of that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Huh. I'm gonna start scanning the bears, because I feel like if it was gonna be anywhere, it would be... This is a refrigerator, right? I really don't think the listening device is in something like this. It's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? Because bugs eat vegetables when they're on the farm, and, perchance, that's probably a camcorder. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? More like a giant stuffed, like, brown bear? I don't know. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? Listening device? I mean... No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. Perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Oh. No. My God, he just plucked its eye out. Goddamn, Gumshoe could fight God, and he'd probably win. It's a miniature camera. It looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. Oh, what a emitter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? It must be pretty wild going into a, like a place just with so much more technology than you're used to. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. Okay. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is the only camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed in the radio waves and then it's set to that recorder. So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right. Spy camera added to the court record. So what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage to the camera to look at the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time?
Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recorded every night, I guess. So 2 nights, then.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? Hey, you think about the angle the bear's at. It's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Transmitter added to the court record.
Alright, stuffed bear.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. Sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Corda this present?
I, don't know, pal. But, this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear added to the court record. Stuffed bear added to the court record. I got it!
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this minicamera for a bit.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this.
But that's impossible! I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Spy camera and transmitter given to the Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby! It's investigating time! Then he investigates all over the place. I'm on fire, pal! My fingers are itching to go! Yeah!
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Ark. You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. So there's a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, You are one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here.
What?
The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Follow the paper trail, and the non-paper trail, and the trail.
Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. See you soon, right? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right. Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question.
Who was the person that murdered Juan Corda? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? Well, to be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corda's killer, Miss Andrews, passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Wingard. And this card. Shelly the Killer. Oh well. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do now is find the truth. Ayo! Ayo! Da 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 da! March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Corda's hotel room. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. So the real person who killed Mr. Corda was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be. Matt Wingard himself? If Mr. Wingard really did hire the assassin, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Wingard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... Mr. Wingard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corda? You gotta be more specific than that. Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corda, okay? You could've just said... No? Oh. Brain, no work, barely work, god damn it. I didn't see any Cyclocks at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had to bet everything on the Gem Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That was what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. That he killed another person! I'm guessing the thing with Celeste. All of this ties together, you know? Mr. Encart's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Korda was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Enguarde had plenty of motive to have Mr. Korda silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Enguarde. There's no way around it now. We just gotta get the fuck out of here. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Korda held about Mr. Enguarde. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. I'm just saying, being sure you can think of it, March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Being sure you'll think of something, just kinda, you know, that's not a great way to go through stuff, but whatever. Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing, and that has anything to do with what you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. With very good craftsmanship, mind you. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgypoo, so... Edgeworth. And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. I mean, I could talk to her, but in all honesty, what's that actually gonna do? I have better places to be. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. I don't need to go to his house. Let's try going here. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it? It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Enguarde's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Enguarde case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it over to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Detention center, visitor's room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now that, whose story do I want to hear? Who do I want to hear first, or who do I want to hear, period? Because Matt Ungard definitely is one I need to hear. But Andrews, I could also hear. Do I only have time for one? I'm just gonna say, why not? Let's go Adrian first. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Corda had on Mr. Ungard. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Corda had on Mr. Ungard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Ungard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? Well, I mean, that part makes sense, actually, I think. That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Okay, well, there's that. About Miss Celeste Impax. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all coming back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? Why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Matt Ungard? It's simple. Because he's the killer. That's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews, well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Did you say something just now? Oh, only one? A Cyclock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Okay, let's go. I could recover some health here. I literally have a sliver. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. Are you saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, A woman who lives by being independent of other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Shocking no one. Celeste. There is only one catalyst that could cause such a strong feelings, even in revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Vanguard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Infax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I don't know, but if I had to guess, it's that Matt was implied in her, or something like that in her suicide note. Do I have the evidence for this? Shit. Granted, I don't have much health to lose regardless, but... Well, I guess I could go out and look again, because it's not like I don't have all the time in the world, technically, but... Let's see... I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Out of curiosity, can I move back to the detention center if I go and pick... Oh, I can repick. Okay, so maybe I can get Matt and then have that be a whole thing before I get to Adrian. Okay. Dude, it's Mr. Right. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corda was killed by an assassin and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Vanguard. What's wrong? Mr. Vanguard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Please? Oh. 5! I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have an idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Miss Corda and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know of any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corda. Her mentor was Mr. Corda's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste's impact suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Oh my god, Pearl, you need to try it. It's the best thing. Like green pea? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off the topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Mr. Engard? Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. Matt? What'd you have to do with this? I guess I could try doing a psych block. I don't necessarily have to finish it, and I can always just back out and keep my health if I need to. I might get some evidence from this that I can use elsewhere. Matt's secret. Now, let's see what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corda had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. White, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corda, especially on that night. I never got the camera back from Gumshoe, did I? Fuck. Oh well. Never mind. I'll be back to j'accuse you after I get everything else. Okay, in other words, elsewhere. March 22nd, Rhinecone Law Offices. Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Oh, well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yes? Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Yeah, it's the main ingredient, dude. Try having a pizza without bread. Just a mess of, like, sauce and, like... sauce. And cheese, sometimes. March 22nd. Looks like no one's around. And what happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean the butler with the stitches in his face. Shoo! Yeah, the cat! Oh, there you are! I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Hey, come on, let's play. I wonder if that butler and Mr. Doe is already asleep or not. Whatever. The only other person I can think to talk to is a goddamn fucking old bag. Bug Sweeper. This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corda. I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself too. I feel like there's a different problem here. That's for you. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what they're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. But it didn't say anything. Juan and Adrian. So, you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Oh, okay, I see where this is going. Married? You mean to Mr. Corda? Really, you young kids that don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. She one crazy old bat. She is indeed. She is indeed. Oh boy. You know, it's weird how she hasn't been arrested with how many times she's lied to the court. But, what do I know about the law? I'm just a lawyer. Not actually, but, you know, technically. Honorary lawyer, based on the fact that I've played Ace Attorney. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did they do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Interesting. Anyone in the hallway? Nope. Anyone in the hotel room? Also probably nope. Okay, then let's go to... somewhere else. The hotel lobby, probably. Nope. Law offices is... Gumshoe is not back, but nope. Still Pearl. Okay. Here? Here we are. Good. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here? I got roped into this summer. Oh, he's the witness. God damn it. What? And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, and when all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. I said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? I mean, it'll be fine, man. Don't worry about it. I'll be your lawyer again if you need me to. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you gonna talk about? I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important. What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? Sure. Yeah, Pearl, I'll give you 2 guesses. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Hey, you got it! Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only 2 allies in this whole world, but it's alright. What about Gumshoe? Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? And the ones you do are 2 girls, one of which is the younger sister of your old boss, who is dead and can channel your old boss, and also she's like 6 years younger than you. And then Pearl, who is 8? I don't know, actually. Wait, hold on. Doesn't the court record say their ages? Yep, she's 18. She's 8. Phoenix, I think, is 24? 5? Something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. Alright, well, what have you been up to? Or, I guess, what has Matt and Guard been up to? He's gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know? Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always kind of been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself. What? How horrible, that's unforgivable. Yeah, he kind of sounds like an asshole. I mean, in all honesty, even without the murder, he's probably just kind of a shit dude in general. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? I don't know, Adrian is, you know, just not bad. Not great, but, you know. Oh, you see, I'm a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right? Aren't you a celebrity? Whatever. Dazzling sort of image, but aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? You're a nice dude, though. But it's okay, really. You can hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Whoa, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? I said that a little too cheerfully, but sure. You mean Miss Imbax? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. He's gonna turn Super Saiyan. His hair turns blonde and the building just gets leveled by his power. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hit it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left the note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Corda? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up in a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corda by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Wingard and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Hmm? Hey, it's the ringtone!
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, this is Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. Well, it's not you. It's the ringtone. Yep. Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon.
What's wrong?
Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth,
Edgeworth?
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. The end of...
Okay. Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. Well then. Wright & Co. offices. Loffices. March 22nd, Wright & Co. offices.
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Is it Matt on guard? Because I feel like it's gonna be Matt on guard.
This quickly?
This quickly?
And this bear is what gave them away, pal.
The bear?
I figured it out, pal. I figured out that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Like Edgeworth said, yeah.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured...
Shh, Pearls. And? Go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Which is Matt on guard.
Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Man on guard.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Man on guard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Can I at least have the stuff back? Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I had it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be! Oh god. So what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. You can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for the file to file away into evidence.
Okay, now I can go do Matt and Guard's thing. Yeah. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I never thought... I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corda's room was Matt on Guard.
Why? Why would Mr. Guard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corda in one of their rendezvous.
I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
You gonna see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean.
Yes.
I'm scared, Nick. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself. But I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt on Guard, what in the world have you done? And now, I go to the detention center, where I talk to...
You're working really late, you know? It's already past 10 p.m., dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Come on, buddy. You want to do it? Let's do it. Let's go. Front hand, backhand. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. Let's say... There we go. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Corda's room on the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow. Dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh? Dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Corda was... Now we know everything. Mr. Wingard, do you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met this bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Wingard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I didn't think I was in serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? Just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof? You want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. I think it was this. Okay, good. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Wingard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? It's $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. Okay. If you spent $3,800 on a toothbrush, I'm sending you to jail on principle. What the fuck is wrong with you? $3,800? For that price, it better send me through time. What are you talking about? What does that mean? What would it do? $3,800. Get the fuck out of here. Toothbrush. I tell you to shove it up your ass, but that's probably what it was for. Exactly, Phoenix. You get me. You understand. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory. It's got elephant hair for bristles. Motherfucker. Does it let you summon an elephant? Otherwise, who gives a shit? Why would you care what it's made of? Also, that's probably been made by a poacher. I'm just saying, I don't think there's like a legal ivory trade. Or if there is, well, do I want to know the guy? No, no, well, no. Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you'd have said that earlier. Matt. The fuck, man. Sorry I'm so late. Don't worry about it, Nurses Brawl. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? So can I ask you one thing? Sure. You're my lawyer, right, dude? In theory. So if you are, then why are you looking at stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. That's more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set this camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course. It would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Korida's room and filmed it in secret is... shit. Do I have something for this? I was running at the time of the murder. I know what it was for. But do I have evidence to show that? Yeah, I'm drawing mutated sin from Mind Concepts. It's my old dream vision. Oh yeah. Cool. Go for that. It's nice to realize your vision, you know? Be able to put it on paper. I think this counts as why. Fuck! Okay, yeah, I get it. I fucked up. My energy's gone. Actually, wait, can I talk to him about anything else? No, I cannot. Okay. Fast forward. We already know the answers to 95% of this. Yep. One lock almost down. Okay. You gotta keep... It was you who put it inside the bear. Okay. The reason you did it was... Shit, actually, can I show this? Okay, this was the proper one. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer. That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? I mean, to be fair, the guy's name is The Killer. That's kind of reasonable. This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. I can't afford to make any more mistakes usually. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. The Killer. It's because you're his client. Since you were the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Korida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought that if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Guard, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? It's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Literally could have had more health if I just put up the shell card first. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Where did he get that glass? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelley the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? So he's confessing to it. And that woman, Adrian Andrews, was quite brave herself. Adrian was quite brave herself. Tried to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
That's... You're lying. What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on. Let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. You know about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and because I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corda?
Because he was about to sling so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Corda had been able to give it, then Mr. Engarde's secret would have...
Well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Corda ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me, Matt on guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corda, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Corda! Oh, I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mr. Maya, you wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something like that. Juan said something like that, if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Yep, here we are. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. March 22nd, Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department. Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy... No! We can't do that! That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What? What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth! Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago. At that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right? It's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer. And you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who's clearly a killer... Madam Guard... That man is really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. The irony of you saying that, Edgeworth. Jesus Christ. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed in my client. I believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get in guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. So, guilty plea? Obviously you can't do that in this case because Maya, but guilty plea? I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Tatakai! Tatakai! People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I
can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska. She fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What are you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect win record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Beep, beep, beep.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me. Please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Encard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He's my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did. But my name is De Killer. Shelly De Killer. You're Shelly De Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have as much space to maneuver with me. As a De Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya... It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she receives a nice, long nap. Ah, no! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Motherfucker was just undone by a cat. Motherfucker was just undone by a cat. Holy shit, man. That... Whew. He's gonna kill that cat. I don't want him to kill the cat, but he's gonna kill that cat. Oh my god. I forgot that's how that happened. Beep. Mystic Mara! Mystic Mara! I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Did you hear that at the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat... Can it? What is it? I think
I think I know where Shelly the killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Unguarded Mansion immediately. Alright. You hurry over as well, then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah! And they probably vacated the entire thing. March 22nd, Unguarded Mansion living room. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer! Hin and God were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Oh, and this is the door to that place. Thought it was the entrance. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for the cat to use. Oh, you mean Shu? Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. They're like, yeah, we got it. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Korda? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. You think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Slam. 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 There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Ungod's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antennae for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. There's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Oh. He searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. The little girl's looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Oh, the thing is inside that, isn't it? The note. Miss Impax, you mean... Yes, Mr. Korda's former manager. Why would a picture of Mr. Impax be here in Mr. Unguard's mansion? And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. What's so special about the frame? On the back! There's something written on the back of the frame! Maya. It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message! What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now, listen up. You'd better get Unguard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever! I'm fine, so you don't need to worry about me. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Hurley, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mystic Maya!
Right. What's wrong? Eh. Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Yep. One last wall to break down. I guess I could have said lock, because it's literally a lock, but disregard that. Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews. I've come to remove your psych lock. Excuse me? Psych lock. I want to know. And you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Try to break me if you can. There we go. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engard's mansion. After all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Full health, baby! I'm gonna lose all of it immediately, but it's nice to have. Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corda didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Engard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste... she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself.
I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Cord have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that it was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Stop saying refreshing like a spring breeze, my god! What does that even mean? I know what it means, but like, what is that? Never mind. In any case. With his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes. I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright? Even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. Couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation or with what I know now. And it will be continued next time! Next episode will most definitely be the finale, so... Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. My next stream is on Tuesday. As for what it'll be, stay tuned tomorrow for my stream schedule to find out. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And goodbye for now.